Hello, viewers. Welcome to the sixth episode of the Unseen Stage podcast. My name is Victoria Idets, and I am so delighted to be the host for this session. Here with me is this beautiful and phenomenal lady. Let's meet you, ma'am.
I'm Victoria Bassi, a personal development coach for women and the founder of the Graceful Woman Coaching Program, still for personal development for women.
Great. Good to have you once again.
Thank you.
Yeah, so let's quickly dive into the matter of the day. Yeah, we'll be discussing about becoming her.
Okay,
Yeah, so that's a very captivating topic.
certainly.
So quickly, let me ask, can you tell us what becoming her means?
First of all, I'd like to talk about the word becoming. Becoming is the bridge between the person you are now and the person you hope to be.
Alright.
And it tells that you're growing, evolving, transforming. So becoming hardened means you have a certain version you want to become, you envision.
Alright.
And I also want to say this, becoming always happens, whether you are aware of it or not aware of it. If you're aware of it, so you've now defined, this is who I want to become. I want to be a financially stable person. I want to be this. Then the unintentional, I would say the passive becoming is where you don't even know you want to become this. Your distractions are the ones leading you. Your habits are making you eventually be who you never thought you would become. Then you find yourself there.
Okay.
Then the second is that becoming never ends. It's just like growing. For every time you feel you've gotten to a certain version, let's say you're being celebrated, there's always more. That's what I would say on becoming
wow.
her.
That's beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah, so the next thing is, was there a moment or turning point in your life when you realized you were evolving into the woman you are right now?
Certainly, and I want to start by saying, I'm not saying this from a place of I have arrived yet,
Okay.
but there were those moments where I knew I'm evolving, and it looked something like some conversations were not appealing to me anymore. Some things I was doing, some habits I was engaging in were no longer appealing. Some things I was giving my time to, not as though they were bad in themselves, they just weren't serving me the way I wanted. Some thinking patterns. So I knew at that point that I am on the path of becoming the woman I am today.
All right. So it means when you drop some excesses, those most of the things you used to do before.
Some things that triggered you
Okay.
no longer trigger you anymore. You just know that I'm changing. Yeah.
Great. So what version of yourself did you have to let go to become her?
The version of me I had to let go to become this version was the part where I wasn't executing. Here's what I mean. I would set a bar for myself. I would set some things I want to do. But somewhere along the line, I'll let fear, my feelings, whatever, run the show. I would decide I want to do this. This is who I want to become. But I'm not actually doing them. Then I came to realize that the person I want to become and the person I am now cannot coexist together. I then decided and determined that I'm going to let go this part because I know that the person I envision is not going to work with this present version.
All right. For a fact, I know executioning is one of the, should I say, hardest parts.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yes,
Wow.
it is.
If you can overcome that,
You can do a lot.
yeah,
You can do so much.
I know. So, how do you define confidence, and how did you build yours?
Confidence is not a personality. It is a result of
Alright.
iteration.
Okay.
Doing something over and over again brings confidence. And in my case, I've had to practice. I've had to do something over and over again until it feels normal to me. That's how I built my confidence.
All right. That's
Yeah.
beautiful.
Thank you.
So, how did you find your voice?
My voice,
Yeah.
my why. Okay, I would say that my finding my voice didn't come in one grand moment. It came in fragments.
All right.
There were some conversations that stirred me. There were there were some aches, heartaches that was it wasn't leaving. I couldn't ignore them anymore. And there were some patterns
All right.
I saw in other women that I have been through those patterns. Then I said to myself, all those fragments, and that's one of the reasons why I created the program, my coaching program, where I'm able to address this, where I'm
Okay.
able to work on this, and eventually, again, some women were coming to me telling me this and that and all of this. So I felt, this is it.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
thank you.
So, how, why, or what are the things most women misunderstand about being their true selves?
The first thing I want to say that women misunderstand about being their true self is that becoming their true self, right,
Okay.
is that it is instant, it is sudden.
Instant.
Yes.
Okay.
So you're telling yourself, I want to be this, then in a twinkle of an eye, you're finding yourself. And that's not true because whatever will stand the test of time takes time.
All right.
And that's to tell you that it goes through a process. It takes time. It's not instant. And the second is that someone else's timeline, your story, your becoming should move with someone else's timeline. See, somebody became this, achieved this at age 20. That means at age 20, you should also become that.
No.
That's not true. It's everybody's story is different. That's what makes us unique. If we both are in the same industry,
Yeah.
we're doing the same thing. My story makes me unique.
All right.
Your story makes you unique. Then the third thing is that it is not possible. It is out of reach. It is for some certain people.
Okay.
Some people were born that way. That's how they are. I can't be that. It's not true. If you set your heart to become anything
Yeah.
and you do what it requires to become that, you certainly will be. It's not out of reach. It's just a matter of giving yourself to it and allowing time happen.
Wow. I've seen you've built yourself to a certain level that I admire a lot.
Thank
So,
you.
how do you handle fear, imposter syndrome, in this journey of yours?
Fear is a feeling, it's not a fact.
All right.
Fear tells you it's a signal for something, but it's not the truth. So when I feel this way, I tend to pause and ask myself, why am I feeling this way?
Okay.
Then process those emotions and not let it run the show, not let it, because sometimes fear will tell you, fear is there to remind you that you're in a new territory.
Okay.
It doesn't mean that you don't deserve to be there. So if you're gonna let fear take the show, you know what that means. It's gonna, it's gonna scatter everything you've already prepared and planned for. But if you're able to process your emotion, regulate yourself, and then
Yeah.
move with what you're supposed to do with the right mindset, not letting fear lead you. That's how it has been for me.
Wow. So there's one thing that hasn't been talked about enough. You
Okay.
know, when you're doing something and then no one is applauding you. How do you keep going when no one is even clapping for you,
Okay, I
or
came
you still
to,
give yourself that push?
I realized that the applause is not the assignment. It was never the assignment.
Okay.
So my why keeps me going in those days. I'm
Okay.
doing what I'm doing for the reason I'm doing it, not for attention. And clapping doesn't build consistency.
Okay.
If you want to build consistency, your conviction has to be strong enough, and that's what builds it, not clapping.
I
But
think it has a way of encouraging you to do more.
yeah, that's what I want to say. If they come,
Yeah.
I accept them with gratitude,
Okay.
but not depending on them, not dependency.
All right.
Because there will be days you're not gonna get the claps. What would you do? Run into hiding? Yeah.
All right. So, what do you wish more women knew about transformation, like personal transformation?
The very first thing I would love women to know about personal transformation is that it is the best investment you could ever do for yourself.
Wow, wow.
It's
That's
the best gift you could ever give to yourself. And one thing I want to add is that some part of it is going to be shed off.
okay.
So you're going to be ready for that. Not as though you're shed off in the bad light, but for the better, for the good.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow. So, what do you, how do I put it? Okay, let me see. Who inspires you to become more, to keep becoming?
Great question. The future version of me inspires me.
Wow.
Yeah.
I couldn't, I didn't
So-
even imagine that.
Okay, so I set the bar for myself with her in mind.
Okay.
Not as some distant ideal, but as a daily standard.
Okay.
And I ask myself, what would she do now? How would she show up? And I do the same at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, is it wrong having a role model or?
No. If there's a role model I have and I've always loved, if that's what you're asking, is Esther in the
Okay.
Bible. She's a very
Esther.
courageous woman, and till today, I'm still studying her courage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. So we spoke about habits, right?
Yes, we
some
did.
time ago. So
Yeah.
what are those daily things that keeps you connected to becoming who you want to be or who you are?
The first habit that keeps me connected to my higher self is pausing. When I pause, I'm able to ask myself better questions.
Okay.
Is this necessary? Does this reflect the woman I'm becoming? From that place, I'm able to lead myself. What I'm about to do now, does it reflect the woman I'm becoming? And then the second habit that keeps me connected to my higher self is learning. I love to learn every day in different ways. Maybe conversations,
Okay.
from observations with children, just anything, including reading.
Wow. Yeah, so you've shared many ideas on how to become her. So can you make practical, how do I put it? A very practical example about a young lady that just is trying to strive, like trying to become her. And most times there's financial, problems and the rest. So
What advice I would give to such a lady?
yes.
The first thing I would tell the lady is, are you saying if she's trying to make a harmful decision or?
No. Like she's trying to become something in life.
Okay.
Yeah. Maybe the background she's coming from and the rest is not really helping.
The first thing I would tell her is, like I said, it just be one of the things one of the process she needs to go through.
Okay.
So I won't come and tell you, run away from home. What if I give you the money and you've not built capacity well enough to handle it? Like I said, a person's process is unique. The person might be going through that process. If I can help at the time, maybe finance wise, I would give you the money. But another thing I would love to say is, while you are going through that process,
Yeah.
also find out what your purpose in life is in life.
Yeah, that's a very wonderful thing you said. But how do people find purpose? Like, how?
Great question. I think purpose is not far-fetched from us.
Okay.
We live in purpose daily.
Wow.
Yeah. A very typical example, when I was a child, I loved talking to the bush.
Hmm.
That was me talking to the bush, but
Okay.
that was me inspiring. So we think purpose is going to come, maybe a man of God tells you, this is what you want to become in life.
Yeah.
You're going to be a great pastor, but there are tiny things that are tiny pointers that
Okay.
are there you have not accepted first. Because one thing is, when you find your purpose, you might not want to accept it. See,
Wow.
so do you mean I'm here to create this? What you're finding it hard to embrace that. So the
Okay.
first thing is, have a conversation with yourself. What are the things I do easily? And most importantly, what do I do to people that uplifts them? And they tend to tell me, wow, if if not for you, if not for what you said, if not for how you showed up, I
Yeah.
would have done this, I would have done that.
Okay.
Most times, after you've done your own work, you also need to hear from people. Oh, you dance, you know how to dance really well, you can sing so well. That's how I feel when you sing. I feel uplifted.
Okay.
Then you get those fragments, those tiny parts, add them up together and embrace them first.
That's the most important part.
Yes. So
Okay.
if you've now found let's say you found your purpose, it won't be clear at first, but
Okay.
you're going to have some hints. You're going to now see what I'm going through, how does it apply? But we're not saying don't seek help from people, just stay there and be stuck. No. You need to seek help from people. You need to ask for help, but also know the purpose of what you're going through, how it applies to your life's general purpose in the long run.
Okay, so I know a certain people that are very good at so many things.
Okay.
How would they choose one to, to build on one?
If you're doing a lot of things and you want to build on one, like I said, there's a part where people give you feedback.
Okay.
The part where you get lots of feedback, there will come a stage in life when you're exploring things. Because you're young, you have
Yes,
so
so
many
much
ideas.
energy.
You can sing, you can do this, you can solve mathematics very well. You're just wondering, am I supposed to be a mathematician? Am I supposed to be this, that?
Yeah.
Then another thing I would love you to check is, what do you do that you could spend a long time doing and you feel time is still there, you feel time is lost, but you're not feeling it, you're enjoying the process.
Okay.
Take that, just reduce it to those maybe 2 3 things amongst the plenty. Also hear feedback from people. At first, I want to say this, I used to do spoken word poetry,
Okay.
and I had a coach at the time. I was just me talking. I think the first time he met me was me talking to the mirror in the room. So he walked in and told me, Victoria, you're going to do this. He was trying to give me a stage. I didn't believe in it. One time he told me, he just looked me one day, you don't believe in what you're doing. And at that time, I was always going, places. I don't know how he knew, but it was true. I just thought this is me doing my thing. But every time I do it, people
Yeah.
always told me, wow, that was amazing. Someone even asked me, can you teach me how to do? For real, I wasn't even I wasn't even thinking to that direction. I was just saying like something I love doing,
Okay.
but the feedback was there. That wasn't the
Okay.
only thing I loved doing. I sang as well. I was in the choir.
Wow.
I still am in the choir. But when you explore and you get feedback, maybe I should just keep moving here. You keep getting clarity in the doing,
Okay.
not in just guessing or waiting for a man of God to tell you, this is it.
Okay. So in one word, how to find purpose is look within, right?
Look within
Oh,
and
wow.
listen to what people say when you do that.
Okay. So it's easy to talk about values in general, but what if you find someone like on the spot trying to take a very harmful decision doing something? What would you say to that person at that time?
Well, I've been in situations like that.
Okay.
My own situation may not be the same as that person.
Okay.
Maybe not as harmful as jumping into a lagoon,
All right.
trying to take sniper, or I would tell such person if I meet you at the spot, hold on. What if the answer to this problem is not you trying to be dramatic, it's in you becoming more? If you're in a fight with someone, the person beats you every time, are you going to just give up there? You would tell yourself, I think I should get back to the training ground and become more powerful.
Yes.
You're either going to become more excellent in what you're doing, you say to yourself, okay, this is the status quo. I'm going to give myself time, but I need to be very excellent. I need to be so excellent that it makes way for me. From there, I'll be able to get what I want. I'll be able to live the life I want. So I won't tell you it's going to happen suddenly. I'll tell you to hold on. Don't give up. Become more powerful, excellent, however it applies to that situation.
Okay, you know, there's this thing with human beings, like we discussed. Is that if you don't know why you want to do something, even if you try to convince them,
Yeah.
it's so. Especially people that are bent on doing something. Are you sure just saying that will make them
Good question. You see, you don't just, you look at a person,
okay?
listen to how they respond to you. There are people whose heart has been so seared, their heart is so determined to do that thing.
Yeah.
If you try to talk to a person and the person isn't listening, you don't have to force them. They might hate you.
Okay.
Just like saying taking a horse to a river
Okay.
and then trying to force them. They won't drink by force. They would only drink if they want to. Check first if the person is receptive to listening to you. Then you can say that. But if you think you're going to save the person, you can't save anybody. Only God saves us. You can only help them. But what if they refuse to accept the help? Then I would say let them. But you can help from a distance, probably pray for them or something. You can also tell them your story. I was once this person. And then
Yeah.
they will feel connected and pause a little bit, because you're not going to come with all your motivations. Don't jump in. This, that. One more time. Give yourself one more chance in life. It doesn't resonate.
Yeah.
I
I do know about the story part.
Yes,
Yeah.
I once was in a situation like this. I was once in the prison, and then it touches them. You were once in the prison. Then from that point, simply gets their attention.
Yeah.
Touch their pain point. Get their attention. Then tell them that, because if somebody helps you with what you want now, do you have the capacity to handle it? It's not about being very dramatic. Do you have the capacity to handle it? And that's where you tell them what is the truth. Become more able to hold it and give yourself time.
That was such an amazing time with my guest here. Thank you so much for pouring out from your depth of knowledge to us.
You're welcome.
What final message would you give out to women, listening to you and striving to become?
The message I would give to a woman who is still becoming is that becoming is not a fantasy. It is possible, but it won't happen without a cost. Growth will stretch you, but it's going to free you. Your journey will be different, and it's not going to like anyone else's journey, and that is fine. It shouldn't be. God designed your process with an intention, and only He can give you the wisdom to honor that process and the strength to move through it. So don't abandon your path because it seems unfamiliar. You're not behind, you're becoming.
Wow, that's beautiful. So during the conversation, you mentioned the coaching.
Yeah.
Yeah, so please, can you shed more light on it?
Okay, my coaching program is for women who are ready for personal transformation.
Okay.
And like the name says, the Graceful Woman Coaching Program is about being graceful,
Okay.
moving through life with ease. So we coach on different, whatever topic we're going to come with, whatever. I mean, it covers a lot of curriculum. It's like you're getting some teachings. It's like,
Okay.
and they're not just teachings, you're also getting me work with you on a daily basis to be able to get the results you want. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, that was such an amazing time with my guest.